It was early morning, getting ready, throwing our stuff together to get off to the mission field. Go into all the world. So here we go. The plan was to get into Honduras in that same day, into Tegucigalpa. As we finally came near to Tegucigalpa Airport, we realized that there was a tremendous amount of smoke down below, that the farmers had been burning the fields. When we finally could get in, everyone was overjoyed.
Welcome to Tegucigalpa with the local time. It's approximately 2:35.
The airport was just like any airport, full of people passing through just like us, except we're pilgrims. Sojourners, going to another land. Taxi cabs are pretty much the same anywhere in the world. Any cab that takes you where you really want to go, that's a good one.
We are going to Tablon now.
Going through local procedures and learning new currency is always a challenge when you're in another country, culture, language.
Okay, that's where we are right now, waiting for a bus to go to Tablon.
Comes in 20 minutes. When we got to our destination, we could see the fields still on fire.
Un incendio que provocaron las personas tirando fósforos o cigarros calientes, y ahí empezó el incendio y mueren bastantes animales.
Oh, qué mal, ¿no?
Sí.
¿Tú qué piensas? ¿Tú qué piensas?
Que es muy malísimo porque así se contamina el aire que respiramos.
Es cierto.
It's breakfast time. Early morning. Kitchen cabinets in a little bit of disarray, but workable. breakfast a la carte. Not exactly internal plumbing, but functional. After all, Jesus didn't command us to go to five-star hotels. And honestly, it doesn't matter. It may not be great water pressure, but it works. And then there's always visiting neighbors who have come to see the new missionaries that are here to visit. Jesus said, "Suffer the little children to come unto me." But kids will be kids. This kid stuck his fingers in the oven, got ashes all over his hands. Maria to the rescue. We're gonna go out and see what kind of trouble we can stir up. We have a plan. It's customary to pick up hitchhikers along the way. Great opportunity to witness.
Supermarket, and we're going to follow Maria and see what kind of food she's going to cook. Water, the essence of life. This is hand soap. It comes in little pallets. Probably comes in pallets too, but this is hand soap that comes in little pellets. You can just kind of leave around, and it's hard. It's brick hard as a brick, but as you use it, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and this is the way we conserve soap.
Oh, this is what I love about third world countries. Real fresh veggies. I mean, right out of the garden.
What you got there? What you got?
Chicken, soup. Just add water, get a spoon, and eat. Wonderful.
This is actually the town of Donley. Watch out for that bicycle, Maria. And we're staying in a little neighborhood called El Tablon. Probably, I'll guess 20 miles from there.
Service starts at 3 o'clock, so we're going to be preaching outdoors. We're going to go where they're setting up the platform to preach on, but this morning, while it's still early, we're just getting a few things at the supermarket. De manzano, de jalapeño, de pequín. Ajá. Pues que me das, ¿cómo se vende? ¿Por kilo, por cuarto, por pedacito? Por libra. Por libra. Das como un cuarto de libra de ese queso. Voy a probarlo, a ver qué es. Hola, buenas. Parece muy sabroso. Un cuarto de libra de queso colorado.
Queso colorado.
No sé qué es. Bueno, para probar.
Estamos hablando de comer mínimo banano con arroz, frijoles frescos, cocidos, frescos.
Okay, the minimum is green plantains, rice, and they eat it with rice and beans, fresh rice, fresh beans that they cook during the daytime. That's what he's talking about, that's what they like.
Una prueba dice del queso, ábrelo.
I didn't particularly feel like waiting until we got home to try this cheese we just bought. They were talking about food anyway. One thing people do have in common. They all eat. This guy was asking for money and Maria gave him food instead. And then she said, "You're young and strong, go find a job."
Mañana le voy a hacer unas quesadillas, nena, pimienta.
Okay, he's going to make some quesadillas for us, and tomorrow for dinner, and then he's going to make some roll-up tortillas, and they make them and then they put sweet over them. So it's like a dessert. They're made out of corn.
We're going off to the crusade. We're getting ready now. We're going to go meet over at Oscar's house here, and we're going to jump in his truck and drive down and get things set up so we can preach the gospel to people in this village tonight. See all the little kitties hanging around? Saludos, los hermanos. Let's go.
Hola.
Hola.
Sí, que ya viene.
Bye bye.
Yes.
On the road again. But I don't think it's Willie Nelson's super bus this time.
A donde vamos a dar el mensaje hoy en la noche no se ha predicado.
He said that tonight, when we're going to go right now, we're holding the meeting to a village where the gospel has never been preached yet.
Here's the person behind the camera.
These seats for the meeting tonight. We're having it outside, and unless you want to sit on the grass, these are for the people. It's evangelism. It's going outside to preach the gospel, so we're gonna just bring a bunch of seats and set up all the equipment. This is the pastor who's coming with us tonight to go out and preach, and because once people do get saved, they need a place to go. This is this man's job. Estoy hablando bien de usted.
Sí, sí.
And this in the background is the church building. Hermano, ¿cuánto tiempo tiene el templo aquí?
El templo que aquí tiene 27 años.
Wow. 27 years the church has been here.
Sí.
¿Y usted tiene cuánto tiempo pastoreando?
8 años.
And he's been the pastor here for the last 8 years. So, wow, that's quite a, oye, qué historia.
Sí.
That's quite a history, it really is.
Del tiempo que tenemos, los 8 años, es cuando se le ha hecho la estructura esta que ven el templo.
Okay, y antes que tenía.
Es una casita pequeñita.
Okay, it was a very small house before he came here in the last 8 years. They built this structure here, this church here. Okay, y tiene cupo de cuánto?
Cabe 300 personas.
Okay, and it holds 300 people, so we're looking forward to packing it out for Jesus. We're digging a hole here to put a post in. This is the post that's coming up right behind me, the one that the pastor is holding, and it's going to be used just to carry electricity off. So at night, as you can see, we're out in the middle of a soccer field. In case you didn't recognize it, that's what it is. And we're going to have a crusade out here tonight, and so we need electricity, we need light, and that's what this is here.
Vemos que hay unos hermanitos aquí, como unos 10.
There's about 10 brethren here already in this little community.
Sí, y vemos que el caserío es como unas 40 casas.
And it looks like there's about 40 houses or 40 families here.
Y hay bastante número de personas.
And there's a good number of people here.
Para poder realizar lo que es un templo aquí.
So that we could actually realize a temple, a building, a church here. So this is the first time that they have preached here in this community, and there is no church here. So tonight we're going to see what we can get started.
Vamos a utilizar el palo.
Okay.
Para la luz. Sí.
Arbolito.
Talking to the pastor, and he was telling me about this little village here. They don't have any church, and they want to branch out, and we are the first preacher. They already ministered to the village people, and they have about 10 families that converted to the Lord, and they want to open a church here because the other church that they have is too far for them to walk, and they don't have cars. They usually have to walk in the dark without light, and so they are praying to build a church here in this village.
We are in San Isidro. We came to the church here to get some stands and some speakers here because we're going to be going back to the field for the preaching tonight. Yeah, vamos? Yeah. Viene San Isidro. Okay. I paso aquí abajo.
As you can see, a lot of tax money doesn't go into roads.
Here in Honduras, the people are pretty industrious. Everybody's very hardworking, actually, but there's not a lot of money in this country. I think the average income is about $3,000 per year. So it's basically agricultural, as you can see behind me and stuff like that. It's not a whole lot of retail going on, but they're hardworking, and that's all it takes, you know. And they I think the scripture is kind of clear that righteousness exalts a nation, and that's one of the reasons that we're here, is because there are Christian people here that do have a work ethic, that are not ashamed to roll up their sleeves, they're not ashamed to sacrifice, and they are not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. It's part of their testimony that they live out as they work. And so we don't only want to come here and just preach the word to them, but we want to give them all the support and help we can as far as them actually living their lives day to day in an industrious Christian testimony as well. So that's, I'm excited about that. That's what we're here to do.
There's still daylight, so there's still time to get the speakers put up, get everything fixed up for the crusade in this town. You'll never know what an event this is until you go to one. This town has water. There you go. That means there's no place to go but up for this town. Having water, that just means people are going to come because they can grow crops, they can store it for bathing, washing dishes. This is the road coming into town. Looks like some trees. Been here for a while. This pastor rode a bicycle from a town several miles away just to come out and see the crusade. The whole town is buzzing with the action that's going to happen. Everybody's an electrician. Here they come. Opening prayer.
Así, hermano, vamos entonces a adorar a Dios con unos cánticos.
La Biblia dice en Juan capítulo 14, 1, dice: no se turbe nuestro corazón ni tenga miedo, creed en Dios, creed también en mí, en Jesucristo. En la casa de mi Padre muchas moradas hay. He aquí voy a preparar morada para vosotros. Pero de la manera que nosotros aceptamos esa vida eterna, tenemos que recibir a Cristo en nuestros corazones. He aquí yo vengo pronto y mi galardón conmigo. Pero sobre todo Él dijo: voy pues a preparar una morada para ustedes. El que crea será salvo. Y esa es la promesa que yo tengo en mi vida. La promesa que Jesucristo me cambió, me transformó, que yo lo acepté, aunque yo no era merecida del perdón de Jesús, pero Él me aceptó tal como soy. Yo no tenía que cambiar, Él mismo me cambió. Así es que nosotros no tenemos que esperar para cambiar, para dejar todos nuestros vicios, dejar nuestra manera de vivir. No, Jesús dice: ven tal como está. Él te acepta tal como eres, porque Él te ama, Él es tu amigo.
Solamente en Cristo, solamente en Él, la salvación se encuentra en Él. No hay otro nombre dado a los hombres, solamente en Cristo, solamente en Él.
Años enferma. Gastaba todo el dinero que tengo con médicos, doctores, clínicas. No estoy mejorando. Ella es la mujer con la fluya de sangre por muchos años. Nada más le tocó el borde de su manto y salió en virtud de Dios sanadora y le sanó. Cristo estaba parado y preguntó algo muy raro. ¿Quién me tocó? ¿Quién me tocó? Dios pararía todo el universo para hablar con usted. No es la fe que salva, es la fe en la persona de Jesucristo que salva. Hay un solo Salvador, hay un nombre dado a los hombres abajo los cielos, ese nombre es Jesucristo.
As the service ended, we were honored to pray with many that came forward. Well, we're back in the States here. We're home, and we had a wonderful time out on the mission field. Things were wonderful. It was such a joy to see the move of God there. And we thank you. Thanks for tagging along with us. And we want you to keep watching, because there's going to be a lot more of this stuff coming your way. By the way, if you want a DVD, if you want this video of the program, email us. That's all you have to do at nbt2000@yahoo.com. Send us an email with your address so we can get it to you.
Yes, we want to thank you for the prayers, and this is we had a great time in the mission field, and God is doing great things around the world. May God bless you.